You know what? It works out how it's supposed to.
This is to a one Jay Leno. How about you drive this off the lot? He was actually really sweet. I don't know why I did that.
Welcome back to Royal Court, the show where pop culture royalty compete for a spot on my trusted council. I am your host and queen, Lady Brittany of House Broski, and today I am joined by comedian and streamer Ludwig. Please welcome Lord Ludwig.
Brittany Broski.
My liege.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
A pleasure.
A pleasure.
How was the journey in?
Good. I came on a two-legged horse today. cheap horse. Very cheap.
Well, I'm so glad you made it on time. Are you ready for the trials I have set before you?
Somewhat. I've watched, a couple of your courts before in
Really?
preparation. Yeah, I've seen some courts.
All right, let the trials begin. What,
You get used to that? You get used to that?
Are you ready for my royal quebbins?
I am ready for your royal quebbin. Feel like a deer.
It's bad. It's bad.
Did they have deer back then? Is that a new thing?
When were deer invented?
When did God drop deer?
Ludwig, what makes your stream so popular? Is it filled with wine? For Loco?
I don't know. This is already a hard question. What makes it so popular?
What makes it so popular?
I don't know. I feel like I've duped a good amount of people into watching.
Con art.
Yeah, it's like sunk cost philosophy. Like they've started watching so long that they're like, well, I gotta keep watching the guy.
Sure.
I'm already committed. Some people stuck around like 5 years.
Wow.
They got nothing better to do.
Do you give them coins?
I used to. I stopped. I made coins up to like, you have badges. I made it up to like 2 years, and I was like, after that, I mean, you have a problem.
Maybe I'm not the problem, you are.
Yeah.
You're from New Hampshire.
That's right, yeah.
Why?
Oh, come on. It's a thriving community.
Sure.
How many people do you think live in New Hampshire?
At least a couple, I would be willing to argue. Probably like, what, 5 million?
1 million.
In the whole state?
There's less people in New Hampshire than Phoenix, Arizona.
That's wild.
But there's a lot of great things about it. It was good for business.
You know what? They do say that about it.
It's good for in the
business.
90s they were crushing the tech business.
Okay.
And so then a bunch of people moved there, like my parents, and that's why they lived in New Hampshire.
I mean, someone's got to be from there, I guess.
Someone's got to be from
And
there.
it's you.
Yeah.
Does part of your stream schedule include getting scammed?
I get scammed a lot.
Yeah.
I'm susceptible to it.
Right, you're a trusting guy.
I'm a trusting guy, and I'd rather be scammed 10 times than have a calloused heart and never get scammed again.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and dumb.
You created the cultural phenomenon called chess boxing, where professional chess players play a round of chess and then beat the shit out of each other. What are 2 other hobbies of yours you'd like to combine for my realm's enjoyment?
Well, first, I'm going to give credit to Ipe, French
Right.
guy who invented chess boxing. He made it in a comic, and then he did it for real. I made it big for Americans.
You brought life to it.
I brought life to the Americans. And when America does it, that's when it starts.
That's when it's for serious.
2 things I would combine. I would combine the sport of, I don't know, this is fake, I'm pretty sure. But the vomitorium? And it was like the thing they used to say back in the day where people would throw up so they could eat more food.
Like real gluttony.
Yeah, real gluttony where they would just throw up so they could keep eating food. I would combine that with jousting. So you must throw up while doing the joust from gluttony or...
Barf jousting.
Yeah, barf jousting.
We were spitballing perhaps Fortnite volleyball. Something to the effect of...
Fortnite volleyball? That could
Minecraft
work.
blowjob.
Minecraft... That happens. That happens and it's already bad. In fact, I'm pretty sure I Show Speed did this live on stream. I'm pretty sure I saw Minecraft blowjob. If you look that up, don't look it up.
Stupid. You're a fan of Survivor.
Yes, new fan. How'd you know I was a fan of Survivor?
Because I love you.
Okay.
Questions?
Okay.
What would you be sent home for if you were on Survivor?
Oh my god, I'd be such a social slut.
Yeah.
I would be out there schmoozing with everybody. I wouldn't play the game.
No.
I would want to win just by beating challenges and being friends with everyone.
Yeah, you'd be in your confessionals like, I think they're mad at me.
Yeah, so I think I'd get voted out early.
If you could only play one video game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, I've thought about this. So there's 2 options. One is a multiplayer game, and if this is in the rules, if I'm allowed to play with other people,
Sure.
then I would pick Super Smash Bros. Melee.
That's a fair classic choice, I feel like.
Because I'd improve a lot if it's the only game I can play. And then if I can't play with anyone else, I would play Super Mario 64.
We're going Nintendo all the way.
Yes, because you can self-improve so much. You battle yourself for a better time, speedrun.
Okay, let's be serious. Does your stream room smell like G Fuel and ass?
I know, okay. It used to, but then I got rid of the G Fuel sponsor. So it's just ass.
Ass candle?
Yeah. I have that. I think I also have the goop vagina candle.
Oh, God, I forgot about
All
that.
sides of the spectrum.
Yep, it's about inclusivity.
Yeah.
Could you land a plane?
Oh, I've done it.
A simulator?
Not just like I'm not like Microsoft Simulator, those clowns. I went to Vegas and it was a Boeing
One of the real ones.
737 cockpit.
Why are you laughing?
I'm being
Hold on,
serious.
why are you laughing?
If I could see your faces, ooh, the look I would give.
Pay them no mind.
I went with Austin Cho, and so he brought me there, and he's like, land it. And he showed me, and the way it works, like a video game. You have to keep this little dot centered on this console, and you do it just by, like, using these Joy-Cons, and I did it, and I landed the plane.
Period. So the
Period.
answer is yes.
Yes.
Wow.
You could even say slay.
I would say slay. Sometimes.
Slay.
Could you perform open heart surgery on an orphan?
I mean, I could do it. Does an orphan need to live? Like, what's the question here? Yeah, I can do it. I can.
Will it be successful?
It's
Well,
a rare surgery to get successful in your first try. Anyway,
that is true.
You know, so
If you could bring back one medieval practice into modern times, what would it be?
I feel like we do a lot of this stuff. We're just like a little less vocal about it. Like there's people out there freaking their shit doing incest. They're just not calling themselves kings and queens anymore. Right? They're chill about it.
Right.
Which is bad. I feel like that sounded sarcastic. Can I do that again?
Which is bad, question mark?
Which is we shouldn't do? Back me up here.
You are a chess-playing theater kid turned gamer.
Okay.
How did you ever... Are you serious?
Yeah, thank you. I did make that call.
You spared him from this question.
I said she mentioned theater kid, we shut the lights.
You are a chess-playing theater kid turned gamer. How did you ever lose your virginity?
You know, you put in 18 years of work. Eventually, you get lucky.
It's true.
Magic strikes. And it was bad, but it happened.
It's never good.
Yeah.
How is your cooter? What?
My coots.
Your coots.
My coots. She's doing well.
Great.
Bigger than ever. Yeah.
Ludwig, you passed.
Ah!
Lord Ludwig, I am looking for a new royal sports commentator. My last one did not survive his BBL procedure.
Okay.
I have a trial for you to test your ability in this regard. We'll both be assigned a charade of sorts. And we have to narrate what the other is doing while also guessing what they're doing. So I'm gonna give you a prompt, you're gonna act it out. I'm gonna narrate what you're doing and try to guess what you're doing.
Okay.
Fly in the prompts!
Okay.
So-
this is a microphone?
Yes.
Hello, welcome.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to read that prompt in your own brain, think of what to do. I'm gonna narrate what you're doing and try to guess. Got it? Here we have Ludwig reaching for a precious little furry creature, kissing it on the forehead. He is lovingly lifting his shirt up, now attaching mouth to the nipple, and it is lactating a little bit. He is nursing. Now he is requesting privacy for the nursing in public. The nursing a child.
Ding, 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 ding. Good answer.
Gorgeous and beautiful.
Yeah, don't gawk, right? When someone's nursing.
No, it's really rude.
It's natural.
It's a
so natural. It's so
process.
natural.
Thank you for normalizing this behavior. My turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, if the court pleases, we have Brittany Broski, who's inspecting a in-pain patient. Perhaps that was a huge fart that she let out, but it's okay because we have some ointment being applied to an injury on the arm of the patient.
To a burn.
Ah, burn.
Oh, that was
It is hard to differentiate burn from just regular pain.
Yeah, just kind of
Your-
furry arm.
Your burn noise is just, oh!
Oh! Number 3 for
Yes, sure. And I can't talk. Is this right? I can't
Can't
talk?
rock, can't talk.
Okay. Is it alright if I begin up here?
you. Sure. Alright, and Lord Ludwig is holding his crotch. He's about to lose his absolute mind. He is sitting down on something. He is looking for relief of. Oh, a little pellet was loose. Oh, he is sensationalizing. Something beautiful is happening on the lower regions. There's a spigot of his hole. Oh, a bidet is being used to clean the hole of Ludwig von Beethoven. He's now taking it, handing it to me. I am putting it in my. Oh, and he's now requesting doubloons for the used bidet. I am taking the used bidet and paying him for it.
Oh, selling a bidet.
What the fuck do you know about selling bidets?
A whole hell of a lot, but I didn't know how to act it out till now. My gosh.
I was never successful at it until now.
You know, I've been making monies on bidets for years.
Well, can you tell us about it a little bit?
I made $20 drinking out of bidet in 2016.
And you've never lived it down.
And ever since I made that easiest money in my life, I was like, these bidets,
What?
they print. Okay, they print.
Cash cow.
We make a business out of this.
Wait, you drank out. I
Yeah,
don't know the story.
They were just like, it was not, that's the story. It was that my friends, they said, hey, drink out of this, I'll give you $20. And I did it. And then ever since then, I've had bidets on the mind. I did that bet 5 more times. And it's free $20. And then I was like, oh, wow. I should get more bidets in the world so I can do this bet more.
Yeah, in the business.
In the business of bidets. Yeah, it's very...
Ludwig, you passed.
Ah!
Lord Ludwig, I roam around my castle halls and I'm bored. I killed my old game master and I'm looking for a new master of the games. I will be showing you a medieval image of a game. I need you to name it and tell me how to win.
Oh.
And we're gonna go back and forth.
Great.
Okay? An improv exercise.
Oh, yes.
Fly in the props! Thank you, Squire.
Sorry, finding orientation.
I'm gonna show you these here.
Uh-huh.
Tell me the name. Tell me how to win.
Haha. Hunchback. Classic medieval game. The way it works is simple. The object of the game is to balance. You get more points if you're able to balance on your back. The grand champion of this ended up becoming a hunchback. Of sorts. Yes.
And that's the name of the game.
That's the hunchback. Hunchback.
That's the hunchback wheel.
Hunchback wheel, balance with their finger knife. Yes. Improv master at it again. Yes, and. Yes, and, yes, and, yes, and.
Yes, and no and. Incredible job.
Please clap.
Okay,
What is this game?
this is the classic game of 6-leaf clover, headless Walkman.
It's funny you saw the clovers before the 2 headless people.
Well, because that comes secondary in the game.
Yeah.
Task of this game is capture the clover with a severed head. You have to be severed, and then it's reattached once you win.
So maybe you trade with other gamers.
And you know, there's a certain currency there. Can I
Right.
use your head? You can level up.
Head for head.
For head.
Yeah.
So actually, the goal here is to give each other head.
Yes. So is that what it's called?
Yeah, give each other head.
Giving head.
Yep.
Excellent.
Wow. Go ahead and tell me what's happening here.
Yes, of course. It is actually still played today. We mostly play it in pools, however.
Right.
What is that game called? Chicken, but back in the day they called it dog. They didn't have chickens back then.
I love this game. Incredible job.
Ooh, you know what? I think one that is especially difficult, but you'll crush.
Okay.
What is this game?
This is gonna be dick bowling,
Oh, yes,
cock bowl.
yes, cockball.
So this is actually gonna be.
Are those where those are the?
They're looking a little phallic in nature.
Cockish.
This is going to be okay. Try to knock over 6 penises on stand-up with 1 other penis.
Yes.
Okay.
You get 6 rigor mortis penises. And then, very important, it's dicks.
Yes.
Whatever you got
very
to bowl
important.
with.
They have to all be the same height as well.
Yes. Which that's the hardest part of playing the game.
You win by knocking over all the dicks.
Oh, you're throwing at the same time?
Yes.
It's like beer pong. You're like, Yeah. Okay.
What do they say? Balls back.
Balls back.
But it's actual human balls.
Right. That's where it comes from.
Wow.
Son of a-
Beautiful. This is my last one for
Oh,
you.
okay. Okay. Great.
Could you go ahead and show me what's
I've played this. I've played this a lot.
on stream? I've seen it.
Well, this one's a little different. 'Cause
Yeah.
This is the blood variation of it. But it's called Brown Star. And the object of the game is to get somebody to look at your Brown Star.
Right.
And then you win, because then they've seen it and been cursed for generations, and they'll never unsee it.
Is it kind of like the game? Like if you think about it, you lose.
If you see Brown Star, you'll always think of it. So it's like the game in the sense that once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Okay. Okay. So the only way to win is to be the one showing Brown Star.
Or not see it, like, this is a very high level.
Block technique.
I can't see it because my hands block where your Brown Star would be. Oh no, I lost. You know, that's a classic. That's a classic.
But this is, like you said, blood version. So.
This is the anal fissure variety. Back in the day, I mean, they didn't have bidets.
They didn't.
What's gonna happen?
They did not.
The latrines are just atrocious.
Yeah, infection
Yeah,
rampant.
Rampant.
Love a good game of Brown Star.
Love a good game of Brown Star.
Wow.
Excellent. Excellent.
Beautifully done.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Well.
Godspeed.
Okay, right. So this is going to be dick ball. Yeah, this is dick ball,
ball.
and the goal is to, knock around the dicks.
And are you catching these or just knocking them around?
You're knocking them into the air.
Ah.
Trying to get as high as you can.
Right, the highest dick wins.
Right, the highest.
There we go. Excellent. And it's good because you can play it back to back.
Yes.
And you don't waste any dicks. That's great.
Wow.
God, that's
Incredible
great.
job. Ludwig, you pass. Ludwig, my council needs people with sharp minds and even sharper visions. For this trial, I will be testing your sight and recognition skills. I will show you a series of images, and I need you to tell me what they might be. Fly in the props! All right, first image. Do you recognize what this is?
Minecraft.
Immediate.
Minecraft.
I like Minecraft. Next one right here. Kind of a deep cut.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A bad drawing a child would make that you would hang up on the fridge. No, it must be gaming related because everything's been gaming related.
A bit. You don't have to be in those confines.
It is Binding of Isaac.
Close, but not at all.
Wait, how are those connected? How are those the same image?
It's a zoom in on the eye.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I don't even know what I would call that.
Forever Alone.
Oh, is that what that is?
Remember the Rage comics? Like
Yeah,
F.U.
yeah. I remember them. I just don't know the names.
You don't remember
of
the
them
biblical
off the top.
names of
Yeah,
them?
I
biblically
didn't know his
accurate.
Christian name. Pleasure.
His government name.
Yeah.
Pleasure. Now we are going to go for this.
Salad fingers.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Come on, OG YouTube.
Okay, so we're actually
This
going to go
is me in a
for, yeah,
cat-made
that's actually going to
costume.
just
This
be your torso.
Yes, this is my torso in a made costume of sorts. It's where I first hit the Luddy.
Yes.
Yes.
As many remember.
As many remember.
This is a
It's
classic.
a royal court dance that people still do to this day.
Do you remember what this is?
That is, I think, my choir teacher from high school who asked me to sign up for Legally Blonde. Mrs. T? What? What? That's just Mrs. T.
That's going to be Mrs. T.
It is, right? What the hell? How do you even pick of her?
Don't worry about that. You passed, Ludwig.
She retired while I was there. Where is she now? Have you talked to her? Because it looks what she looked like then.
Yeah.
I'm sure she looks more ravishing now.
Of course.
Is ravishing polite?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Mrs. T.
Shout out Miss T for real.
Yeah.
Lord Ludwig, I require every member of my council to create a family crest. I have put 4 prompts on the shield in front of you to represent you and your life. And I'm going to interrogate you again, if you don't mind.
As I draw.
As you draw.
Okay.
All right, Ludwig. People who don't understand the realm of Twitch often dismiss it as like a fake job, or that you're all a bunch of basement-dwelling stinkies. Do you want to set the record straight, or would you agree that like you run a business of sorts? So you do run a business.
An excellent call to them. We are a bunch of stinkies.
A bunch of basement-dwelling stinkies.
it is it is mostly a fake job. Like when people start streaming, they don't make money. 99.9% of people don't make a living off of it.
Yeah.
So it's a fake job in the sense that it cannot support you financially. And so it would be disingenuous to say, yeah, it's a real job, because look at Hassan. Like, that's one person.
Yeah.
Most people do fail or do not make enough for it to be a real job. So I would say it is a hobby until you fuck around and find out it's a real job.
Love that. Yeah. What was your life plan pre-streaming? What did you want to do?
Right, me.
When you were a Ludwig lit.
When I was a Ludwig, is that like a little Ludwig?
A little wee
When
Ludwig.
I was a Luddite. I don't know. I was really bad at like I guess you could like work per se.
Sure.
Like jobs, like holding them.
Right.
I got fired a lot.
Right.
And
Me too.
so I never held down a job, so I didn't know. I thought I would be a late night show host.
As most white men do.
I even once ran into Jay Leno
Yeah.
at my sister's graduation. He was a commencement speaker, and I had like a freaking Samsung Galaxy 3, and I was like, Jay, it's me talking. I'm gonna be a late night show host one day, and he's like,
Tell me your name, kiddo. Tell me your name. I'll remember what you're on the big streets.
I'm like, Jay, you talk so weird. It's Ludwig though.
Jay, you don't have to talk like
Yeah,
that.
and then I lost the footage, and then I thought late night shows were dumb, and then I made my career Twitch streaming. So
You know what? It works out how it's supposed to.
this is to this is to one Jay Leno. How about you drive this off the lot? He was actually really sweet. I don't know why I did that.
I don't know where we're starting beef with Jay Leno suddenly for no reason. Favorite and least favorite parts of the gaming community? Because it is vast, and people can be rabid,
So vast.
but it's also, it gives a lot of introverted or like otherwise solitude-prone people
Right.
an opportunity to form relationships and like find a
giving
community.
incel.
It's giving incel, but
giving
also
incel.
incel community.
Yeah.
A beautiful thing.
Favorite part of it?
Favorite and least favorite part.
That it seems to be one of the few hobbies that still oftentimes like meets up in person, like regularly.
Yeah.
Like for gaming tournaments, specifically like the fighting game community.
Yeah.
Like they're not playing online as much. So it's like, you'll meet these people, you be friends with them, and you meet them, once every year. That's the only time you'll see them. And it makes it like a cool connection. And then I also feel like because of that, I have like a web of people around the world
Yeah.
that I could just stay with
That's fantastic.
if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And so like I'm never alone around the world because those connections from the gaming community.
Yeah.
The bad part is the slurs. No. That is bad. I think that is bad. Should I do it again? I think it's bad. Well, I also do think that's bad.
Well, yeah.
I would say then the worst part is like difficulty or like the longevity of it, because it's
Sure.
like the community lasts as long as the success of the game does.
Sure.
Which can be a very difficult thing, especially if the dev doesn't care about the community. So you're like fighting this force that you have no control over.
Right. Would you ever do another unlimited subathon?
Oh no. No.
Is it nice having a partner in the same line of work as you, especially when it's such a niche community? And it's also relative to your job?
I think it helps a lot for her to understand maybe why I'm busy or what I'm doing, and then also like what some of the struggles are. Yeah, I think it helps for that,
Yeah.
because it's otherwise a confusing thing. And if you talk to a quote unquote normie, and if I was dating a normie, which I'm using like a pejorative,
Of course.
then it's harder. It's harder to explain. Like, yeah, sorry, I just had to play God of War for 24 hours. Like, I really had to.
But I did.
I did. Symbol for your fans. What does that even mean? All right? Nobody knows.
Do you have any hobbies or areas of your life that you have to sacrifice to make time for streaming
I don't play video games
anymore?
offline, like
Yeah.
ever.
Do you find enjoyment still from... Well, I mean, you play with your friends, like in real life.
No. I mean, I
do you like board games and
very
stuff?
rarely, no.
Really?
No, I like gaming is like exclusively my job, so I do it online, but like when I'm offline, like maybe like, a couple games a week or something. But like it used to be like my main hobby.
Yeah.
But now my main hobby is like, smoking weed, freaking my shit, So it's like
I think that's all the time. I think suddenly we have to go.
All right, I've done it.
Okay, Lord Ludwig, present your shield to the realm.
Here is my shield.
Yes.
My symbol. In the top left, we have the state flag. This is the New Hampshire state flag. If you do a side by side, it is accurate. This is supposed to represent my job.
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube. It's youtube.com now.
YouTube.
YouTube. YouTube. I walked in, I saw
1 million people.
so many people. Not a lot of people. This is supposed to represent my favorite gaming character. I drew the guy from Getting Over It.
Great.
And then this is supposed to represent my my fans.
Fans.
And this is a brown star. Which was actually my first ever emote.
Life is so beautiful
It
in full
is.
circle.
It's actually just the Carl's Jr. logo, and I used the brown like paint bucket. So.
And art was made. Would
And
you
then
mind
there's-
signing the bottom right of that
yes,
for me?
sure.
A beautiful job, well done, Lord Ludwig. Well, my dear and noble guest, it is my privilege and honor to induct you into my royal court. Congratulations! We will now proceed with the knighting with my foam sword from the land of Amazon. I knight thee, Lord Ludwig, Game Meister, 20 minutes late. Woo! And now, a parting gift from my realm to yours.
This is awesome.
You can piss in it on your stream.
Why would I do?
Yeah, that's yours to keep.
That's great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Anything you'd like to promote to my realm?
You know, if you stumble upon it, you stumble upon it. But don't seek it unless you want it.
And I couldn't have said it any better.
I just saw someone behind the camera just go.
Well, Lord Ludwig, thank you so much for joining me today on Royal Court. Goodbye. Guards! Guards!
I'm the game master.
Unicorn
I'm the-
talking is that
okay,
way.
okay, all
That's my new game master, thank you. Well, Broski Nation, that'll do it for me. Make sure to toll that fucking church notification bell, leave a witty inscription in the comments below, and smash that subscribe button. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. This has been Royal Court.